Morning, folks. The soap is brought to us from Figaro. This is Gold one. It's a oud type scent. That's what it looks like there on the inside. This one here seems to be out of stock in a number of places, but I know that you might be able to find the aftershave in a much bigger container if you're interested in the aftershave. This one here is a pretty nice aftershave. I'll talk a little bit more about it down towards the end of the shave. I've got the lather whipped up here in my small wooden bowl here. That's what it looks like there on the inside. This is a brush from, there we go, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This one here is the Solar Flare. It's got a white synthetic knot, but it whipped up pretty nice. Looks pretty good. Smells great too. I've got the scent description down below. If you're wondering more about I guess you might say the scent pyramid, if you will, that's on the back of this aftershave. Thought that was a pretty good idea. Today's shave, this one here, Occam's razor, this one here I've had for a moment, and there's two more that are in different color that are priced at Classic Shaving. By the way, this is equipped with a Kai blade, pink, and that's what it looks like there on the back side. It's about the fourth use on this particular blade, going into the fifth. There we go. And at any rate, I was noticing, I saw Don's video when he was using this one like this one. It comes in a couple other colors besides that one there, a gold and a rose gold. And when you go to order it, once you put it in the cart, at least that was that way a few days ago. Not this one here, but the rose gold and the gold one, it reduces the price down to like $55. So if you're interested in picking one up and giving it a try, it takes Feather Artist Club style blades. Like say this one here's got a Kai blade in it that I have used in other razors, and it gives really nice shaves. Nice, smooth, comfortable, at least for me. That's been my experience with it. The other blade that I use with this particular razor is a Feather Super, and there's some information that comes along with the razor that talks about feather blades and what those blades are commonly used for. In other words, the Super with, thick whiskers, beard, and so on and so forth. So in other words, if you prefer to use a Kai blade instead of a feather blade, the Kai blade I've been using fits in there just fine. Now, as it comes to blades are as well engineered as they are. They're not perfect. Every so often, the little cutouts, whether it's a DE blade or whether it is like a Feather Artist Club blade or an injector blade, pick your blade in other words, they're not always perfect. So when you go to insert the blade in this particular razor, I have experienced that sometimes the blade will go in there and pop into place without a problem. Then I have other times where I need to kind of persuade it to snap into place. And that is just something to be aware of, that it's not necessarily a problem, it's just something to be aware of. It has the preset angle, if you will. In my opinion, in my experience I should say also, is that if you maintain that angle right there, you probably are going to get a pretty good shave. I've had really good luck with this razor. The handle, the reason, well, I waited quite a while before I bought it, and because of this handle, I didn't think that this handle was going to work well for me. And I decided one day to give it a try. This one here, matter of fact, right now I think it's priced at like $100, $99, something like that. I bought mine quite some time ago, and I think I did pick it up for 55 bucks, something like that. 55, 45, somewhere in there. I decided to go ahead and give it a try, and I'm glad I did because, like I said, it smooth, comfortable, easygoing shaves. Find the blade that works best for you. And for me, I already had some of these blades already, as it goes for feather blades and kai blades, so giving this a try wasn't, I guess you might say, wasn't that difficult after I've already had the blades for other razors. But I do enjoy the shaves with it. And it is one of those cases where if you're interested in this shaver and you prefer one of the other colors, you might want to go ahead and pick them up, because they have a tendency to be in stock, and then when they're out of stock, they seem to be out of stock for a while. And sometimes you do wonder if those razors are going to come back. I know the DE side of things, when it comes to Occam razors, the DE has been out of stock for quite some time. And the DE razor comes with 3 base plates, 2 caps. One cap is a smooth cap, and one has a line going down the center to help somebody to keep up with the alignment. And it's a pretty good razor. Well made. I enjoy using it. But like I said, if you're really interested in it, you probably ought to get it while it's in stock. It is a little concerning sometimes. Makes you wonder if they're actually going to bring it back or not. And I understand that, this being the time of where everything seems to have supply issues, so that might be coming into play also. And maybe it didn't sell as well as what they expected, but the DE is Occam's DE is pretty nice razor. In my opinion, the lineup seems to be a pretty nice lineup. This soap base is, I guess you might say, different than a lot of the other artisans. So you may not be quite happy with this soap base. I'm quite all right with it. I think it's usually, you can find it on sale for about $8. Nowadays, when it comes back into stock, it might be a little different, might be closer to 10. But the aftershave is, to me, that's the star of the two. Is that aftershave is just fantastic. Really nice scent. It's manly. In my opinion, it's unique. Very nice shave this morning. It is so easy to use this one here. At least for me it is. Fantastic shave. I might get just a little bit of stinging on the neck from time to time, no matter, it seems like what I shave with, from every once in a while there'll be some stinging on the neckline, or it depends on how aggressive I might get towards the sideburns there. There is one thing I should mention that other folks have mentioned, is I guess you might say, blade chatter. Depending on how tight excuse me, that blade fits down in there, You might hear it vibrating or chatter while you're shaving. And for me, it doesn't, when I do notice it, it's not during the stroke. It's like maybe at the end of the stroke or at the beginning of the stroke. At least that's the way it works for me. For you, it could be somewhat different. Just depends on how you apply your pressure. But for me, it only happens at the beginning, and that's because of the, like I said, talking about the tolerance of the blade, how some of them are made a little differently. Could be the same name brand. In other words, it's kind of odd how that happens, but it does. For me, it doesn't affect the shave. For somebody else, it might. I don't have an issue with it. Humphreys witch hazel, unscented this morning. I did pick up a bottle of Thayer's witch hazel lemon. I can usually nowadays fairly consistent find Thayer's original, but finding a scented other than cucumber there for the longest seemed to be a bit of a struggle, and just happened to find the one and only bottle that was lemon, and I thought that would go well with some of the shaving cream that I've got. That I do like lemon. I think the scent's fantastic. This particular container here, like I said, that it is offered in a much larger one. I like this container because the way the shape, it's easy to hang on to for wet, slippery hands. And I also like the design of the cap. It might be kind of hard to see. There's a post down inside there. It goes right inside that plastic restrictor and help keep the goodness inside. In other words, keep everything nice and fresh. But this scent it works fantastic for my nose. I really like it. It really does. It smells good. Been tempted to buy the big container. My wife would probably kill me. Why did you get such a big one? But anyway, Figaro Gold, this is really good stuff in my opinion. I enjoyed these kind of shaves. Fantastic shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you this morning.